Hi everyone, I'm Changwen for Gotta Be Mobile, and in this video we're going to go ahead and take a look at some of the new S Pen enabled features on the Galaxy Note 3. In a prior video we covered S Pen through the multitasking lens, and now we're going to go ahead and cover some of the features that are enabled with the S Pen. Once you pull open the S Pen from the silo on the Note 3, you're going to see a new radio menu called Air Command, and it enables 5 features called Action Memo, Scrapbooker, Screen Write, S Finder, Pen Window. These are in addition to the pen capabilities that are new to the Note 3, including the ability to access the capacitive touch buttons using your S Pen, and also, as we found on the Note 2, accessing the S Note, which creates a notebook of all your favorite content. So it's like your digital sketchbook. So here I can go ahead and jot down handwritten notes and transcribe them to text even. As you can see, the S Note application on the Note 3 here is a lot more simplified than the S Note application on the Note 2, which I have here on the bottom. On the Note 2, you're going to see that the notebook is a little bit more cluttered. It's not as minimalist as that on the Note 3. And on the Note 3 here at the top, you're going to see that a lot more attention is given to the content that you're creating rather than dedicated to the UI. So you're going to notice a little bit of a more cluttered UI on the Note 2. Let's go ahead and access the Air Command menu. If you already have the pen out as I have already here, rather than reinserting the pen into the silo and pulling it out again, what you can do is hover the pen tip over the screen without touching the screen, and then clicking the side S button here on the plastic pen while you're hovering the pen tip. This is going to pull up the Air Command menu, and what we're going to do here is we're going to go over to Action Memo and cover that first. So what Action Memo does is that it's similar to S Memo in that it's just a quick post-it for you to jot down information. So if you're at a business meeting at a coffee shop and someone gives you their telephone number and asks you to call them back, so let's say my friend Peter gave me his number as 555-123-4567, and rather than having to re-jot this down on a separate piece of paper and then launching my phone dialer application and then punching it in that way, or commit this to short-term memory while I punch this into the phone, what I can do is just pull up this memo here, or this action memo, and what I can do is go over to this third button on the top which says link to action, and what I can do is link this to a telephone. So this will automatically decipher my handwriting, launch my phone application, and enter the telephone number into the dialer automatically. And this little icon here at the top allows me to verify that the information that's transcribed from my handwriting into text is actually correct. So we're going to go ahead and save this note because it does look like Peter's number has been entered correctly, and I can just go ahead and go to the bottom and hit dial if I wanted to call right away. In addition to telephone numbers, you can go ahead and jot down a URL into Action Memo, or you can go ahead and jot down an address. So if my friend Xavier here lived at 555 Market Street in San Francisco, what I can do is just jot that down. And then I can go ahead and link to an action. And then I'm going to go ahead and try to map his address here. Unfortunately, if you write in a name, it's going to automatically pull in the name here. So what I can do is, rather than transcribing this whole thing, Xavier 555 Market Street, what I can do is I could just circle the content that I want to map. So let's go ahead and try that again. So now instead of Xavier 555 Market Street, it's going to just search for 555 Market Street. So this is the address in San Francisco. Go ahead and save this. And let's say my best friend gave me this awesome website called Gotta Be Mobile. I can go ahead and search the web for that. So S Pen links your notes to different commands. So let's go ahead and see all the different commands that you can link to. You can go ahead and call a person, save it to a contact. You can message them if it's a telephone number, so you can send a text message. You can send an email if it's, you know, Xavier's email address. So if it's Xavier at Yahoo, it will automatically open up my email application and pre-populate an email in the to field with Xavier at Yahoo, and I can go ahead and just jot down my email that way. As we saw already, we can go ahead and search the browser, we can go ahead and search the map, and then we can also create a task. So if I needed eggs, milk, and say some flour, if I wanted to bake a cake, I can go ahead and just jot down all the ingredients, and then I can go ahead and create a shopping list that way. So this is what Samsung calls Action Memo. The second feature of Air Command is called Scrapbooker. Scrapbooker, as its name implies, allows you to create scrapbooks or find content that you just want to save. So if you're looking at an interesting YouTube video, or if you're browsing a web page, let's say I was searching for something and Gotta Be Mobile came up. So right now, if I didn't want to, you know, create 1,000 bookmarks on different things that are tech related, what I can do is create a visual scrapbook just by launching the Scrapbooker, and I can just go ahead and rather than doing a screenshot of the entire page, I can just go ahead and just do a screenshot of just this description here, and then I can create or add this to different scrapbooks. So this can go into my tech scrapbook. I've created a number of different scrapbooks with some different content earlier that I've been browsing the web with during my week-long review of the Galaxy Note 3. So let's go ahead and open this scrapbook application. And let's filter this down by tech. And this gives us a visual layout of all the different content that I've collated just from browsing the internet. So it could be a shopping list of different things that I've seen, different ideas that have inspired me, or it could be, let's go ahead and go into advertising, because there are some videos from YouTube that were suggested. So when Samsung launched the Galaxy Note 3, they did a video on YouTube, and I can go ahead and save the video, and it showed a little screen preview earlier. I could go ahead and play the video from here. And it also saved the hyperlink, so I can go ahead and even open the web address. And I can go ahead and open that in my browser or even in the YouTube app and play it in YouTube. So this way, if I turn my device into landscape, it would give me a full screen view. So it's a nice way to not only save static content, but it's also a way to save videos as well. And as you can see on this one, I just saved the video image. On this little clipping of a parody of the iPhone 5S launch, where S stands for same, I saved pretty much the entire YouTube page.
You're obsessed.
And I can go ahead and scroll through it and add content as I wish. So rather than having to import things into S Note, I can go ahead and just clip things and save it, so it's kind of like an ongoing scrapbook or clipboard, if you will. Let's go ahead and move on to the third item on Air Command. It's called ScreenWrite, and as its name implies, it just creates a screenshot from anywhere you are within the Android operating system. So if you're in an app or web page, whatever it may be, it creates a screenshot, and now you can go ahead and write and draw on it. So if I just wanted to highlight this and I say I don't want these two icons on the home page, I can go ahead and annotate this picture, and then I can go ahead and save it and share it with my social media contacts. So I'm not going to save this one. So if I'm browsing the web page, and let's say I wanted, I really liked this page and I wanted to make a note of the different things I wanted to tell people, what I can do is create a screenshot with ScreenWrite. And now I can say, great info to have. And then I can go ahead and save it, and I can share this to Facebook, I can send it into an email. So it's a nice way to quickly do a screenshot and also to make that screenshot say something. So instead of just creating a screen grab, you can go ahead and annotate that screen grab automatically with ScreenWriter. The next feature I wanted to share is the S-Finder. S-Finder is like a universal search that allows you to search content across different categories, including apps, images, videos, anything that you have on the Galaxy Note 3, and you can go ahead and filter the content based on timeline or any tags that you have. So before we go into this, let's go ahead and create another scrapbook item. So I'm going to go ahead and go to Scrapbooker, and I'm going to just save this one, how to replace a home phone with an iPhone 5S or Galaxy. And then I'm going to go ahead and create a tag for this. So I'm going to tag this as gotta be mobile. So this way, anytime I search for gotta be mobile, this scrapbook item will pop up. So now let's go ahead and do the S-Finder search. So I pulled up our Chrome, our contact list. And it shows it here in our scrapbook as well. And remember when we were saving our handwritten note with Xavier's address on 555 Market Street? So let's go ahead and try and search for Xavier. So it gives me my calendar that I have with Xavier listed on that. Gives me contacts for Xavier, emails that he has sent. Well, let's try Peter. That did not show up. Sometimes it does take a while for the content to show up, but here Peter shows up right away. So here I've created several different notes with Peter, so it shows all three of the action memo. Let's try Xavier again and see if anything pops up that way. So unfortunately, it looks like it did not catalog Xavier in our handwritten note. But that's the S-Finder application, and its ability to search through different apps and unify the search results is a nice feature, as well as the ability to search handwritten notes. And then the last feature that I want to cover is called Pen Window, and it's actually another way to multitask. So Pen Window allows you to draw a window, and then you can go ahead and launch any number of the different apps that show up on this pop-up menu. So I'm going to go ahead and launch the Calculator app. So if I'm doing a spreadsheet, if I have the Google Drive application launched and I want to make a quick calculation on the side, I can go ahead and make that calculation here. And if I'm done, I can go ahead and close it with the X. If I wanted to see the calculator larger, I can go ahead and go full screen, or if I'm not quite done but this is taking up too much space, I can go ahead and minimize it, and it will give me this window here for the calculator, and then if I tap on it, it will pop back up. So let's go ahead and minimize it, and you can go ahead and launch multiple pen windows as well. Let's go ahead and launch the YouTube application. So I'm browsing a web page on the bottom here. So I'm supposed to be working and looking for content for Gotta Be Mobile, but I'm a little bit bored. So I'm gonna go ahead and browse YouTube, and I can go ahead and play a video if I wanted to on YouTube. And if I'm not quite done, I can go ahead and minimize that. And I can go ahead and reposition this if it's taking up space on the window. And let's go ahead and continue to multitask. I can go ahead and create another pen window. And if I needed to chat with a friend on Chat On, I can go ahead and do that as well. And then I can minimize that. And let's create another one. And let's say I needed to do a Google Hangout with someone. I can go ahead and create another pen window for Google Hangouts. So this is a new way to multitask in addition to the multi-window view, which gives you the ability to run two applications simultaneously side by side. So now I can go ahead and run two applications using multi-window view, and I can go ahead and have other windows on top of that. So these are just some of the new pen functionality that are only accessible via the S Pen. So with the Galaxy Note series, Samsung really does want you to use the S Pen. So I'm Changwen, thanks for watching. Until next time, please tune in to gottabemobile.com for additional coverage and our full review of the Samsung Galaxy Note 3. Thanks for watching.